Hey, I'm Josh Reimer, and Donald Trump's inauguration is sure to go down as a memorable one for a variety of reasons, but there have been some very interesting moments in previous inaugurations too, and here's my top 10 list of them. William Henry Harrison gave the longest inaugural speech ever. It took an hour and 45 minutes, and despite the cold weather, he refused to wear a coat and then caught a cold that turned into pneumonia and died a month later. Put on a jacket, kids. On the other end of the spectrum is the shortest ever inaugural address, which was given by George Washington for his second term. It only took about 1 minute for him to get through. Those are the kinds of speeches we like, especially at weddings. Am I right? Speaking of Washington, he actually ad-libbed the part about "So help me God" in his first inaugural address, and then every president after him just followed suit, but it doesn't in fact appear anywhere in the actual oath. He just threw it in, and everyone liked it. True story. So help me Justin Trudeau. Abraham Lincoln's assassin was actually at his inauguration. It was Lincoln's second time becoming president, and John Wilkes Booth, who would later assassinate him, can be seen in photos in the crowd. Rude is, I guess, a way you could describe that. Speaking of Lincoln, Theodore Roosevelt wore a ring to his own inauguration that had a locket of Abraham Lincoln's hair in it. It was Roosevelt's second term, and he was apparently a lifelong fan of Lincoln, so that made it okay to do something kind of creepy. And speaking of Teddy, he was actually the youngest person ever to become president. At the time of his inauguration, he was just a mere 42 years old. Our youngest ever prime minister in Canada was Joe Clark at 39, so we win. In 1829, Andrew Jackson supposedly jumped out of a window when they opened up the White House to the public after his inauguration. Apparently the celebrations got a bit too wild and he had to get out. Now that sounds like a party. Gerald Ford's inauguration was quite noteworthy since he wasn't actually elected. He was appointed as VP after the elected VP resigned, and then became president after the elected president resigned. Democracy in action. John F. Kennedy had a lot of noteworthy things at his inauguration. He was the last one to wear a top hat to it, and the first one to have a poet take part, have both his parents in attendance, and use a Catholic Bible for the oath. What a spectacle that would have been. And finally, Harry Truman's inauguration got a lot of attention in 1949 because it was the first one that was televised. And if Trump somehow wins again next time, he'll probably have the first reality show inauguration. I think I just threw up in my mouth. Thank you for watching, and thanks to my sponsor, Hornet. Hornet is a different kind of gay app for dating, hooking up, and making new friends. They give you filters to zoom in on your perfect match, and buzz features to help you welcome new members to the community. So check it out at joshreimer.com/hornet, and I'll be back again next week with more sassy scoops. Bye!